I don't even know how you introduce a survival world. You just kind of start, I guess. Hey, mini me Japan with a big me. I'm not doing a 100-day survival challenge. I'm just doing a hardcore beat the dragon. Plus, I also piss fart around half the time. This is my professional advice on how to start a hardcore survival world. And by professional, I mean I've never done a hardcore survival world. So, yeah, trust my instructions. First, we need to find a place to live. Because you want to live. Water? No. More water? No. Ah, big hole. After my long and treacherous journey, I finally found a home. I found a place. The first village I've come across. So of course the first thing I'll do is loot. Nope. Nope. I proceed to steal the wood from their farms because I don't believe in deforestation. You also notice at the end of each of these sped up clips there's a slight delay. And that's because Share Factory on PlayStation eats anus. So there's not much I can do about that. I requisition this house like it belongs to Al Capone, and I'm the US Treasury Department. I had to look up this bit because I have no idea who that is, and I probably should, but please don't get me, it was a joke. As someone who's not used to talking this much, it is incredibly difficult to try and find some way to fill up blank spaces of talking time with something to say. But I check for enemies before I was going to say proceed again. My god, there's so many times that I keep saying proceed to do things. I take all their loot before looking? I think I say that a lot too now, actually. The point is, I'm looting their stuff. Because their stuff is my stuff now. You know how this works. Scanning for enemies? Nothing. I just felt like hardcore would have more enemies more of the time. So I find myself scanning for enemies when there's just nothing going on. I take some time to figure out where I'd want to start this base. Do I want to be here, or do I want to find somewhere better? But inevitably I end up deciding that here's a great place to start. So I want to start the run by getting some iron, get iron armor, get iron tools, so that way I can go and get diamond right off the bat. I decided to make my house a little bit cozier by adding an entryway. Because nothing says cozy or homely like an entryway. In fact, I don't think anything says homely because I don't think that's actually a word. I borrowed some of their torches because they don't seem to need them. That's why they're standing in the light from them, because they don't need them. Thank you. Enemy scan. I've spent a lot of time just kind of digging in the first, more days than I probably should have spent doing that. But that's fine. I also don't know how much of the actual days you're supposed to show. I guess it just depends on the person and how much they want to see. But I'm trying to cut really, really boring bits out and just leave somewhat interesting things. I'm also going to try and also not have every single time I'm digging be fast forwarded. Some of them I'll just skip over so you don't see the same thing over and over again. But I'll also try and stay quiet during the fast forwarded bits because, well, it's more entertaining to hear the. I feel like seeing the process of how things come together, actually getting to see things in motion, is part of the cool part about it. You don't want to see just nothing's there and then all of a sudden there's a castle, because that would be boring. What's the point of watching someone play in that case? Then again, I don't know why people watch people play anyway. You could just play the game. But still watch anyway, yeah? I suppose if you're like eating food, if you're eating food right now, leave a comment while you're eating. I guess that's why I watch most things. So I'm eating. I'm going to be playing a game and I'm getting... Not metaphorical, what's that word? Spiritual? I'm getting a lack of remembering words. It's officially a drinking game. Every time Apollyon forgets what he was talking about, what he was doing, or a word that he definitely knows, you just have a drink. That actually ends the first session that I had, and starts on the second one. All I did really was look for a place, and then dig a hole. And I'm pretty sure it doesn't get much better than that. I start setting up my furnaces, because I'm going to need a lot. This is where I'm going to build my house. It's going to be prepared and ready. I actually don't want to live here anymore, so I'm leaving. This place is not where I want to live. You might wonder what happened between when I was placing those and this point to make me decide that. Nothing. I placed them, walked up the stairs, out of the door, and decided, I'm going to find somewhere else to live. A dangerous journey. I almost died 14 times, getting from literally right behind me is the village, and I saw another village on top of this hill. Nothing. Nothing. I give up. I'm starting a new run. Nothing. Nothing. This whole village just has nothing in it. There's a bunch of holes, but there's no loot. Maybe in this one? Oh, nothing. Oh, there's my first bit of coal. It was at this moment that I realized that earlier when I made a bunch of pickaxes, they were axes, not pickaxes. So I scanned for enemies to then try and make up for the mistake I made by making a pickaxe. It's just, they're so small. Like, in this texture pack, it just looks so not really noticeable, so I'm clicking really quickly, I'm not looking at it hard enough. But I finally got my first bit of coal. And it was the only bit. Whoever's writing this script has betrayed me again. Luckily, I went further along and found some more coal. Followed by a little bit more coal. I couldn't be bothered getting the rest of it that was there, because I'm near the dark and I don't want to get blown up by a creeper and make this whole thing worth nothing. I got more coal, then I left. I think maybe I'll just start a base on top of this hill. I know I made a house before. It wasn't really a house though, was it? I'm just going to start digging a hole here. I will start with a cave system and then work on building a house after I've got some decent gear. This was right at the end of one of my sessions, so if you're not interested in this, you can just fast forward, because I'm fast forwarding in the video, and you could fast forward the video. That would then make it double fast forwarded until the point where you then get to where I'm no longer fast forwarding, in which case you can stop fast forwarding as well. Why are you still watching this? I'm just breaking blocks. Is this what you're here for? What's wrong with you? Day 2. Day 2 of the... I've seen... I don't actually think by this point I'd seen a single enemy. Although I did run into a trial chamber. I definitely have no intention of going in there because I've got nothing. I just wanted to find loot. I think there's a habit of this game where I just keep running, or this round, this match, I just keep running into things I need later, but I can't find the things I need right now. So of course I leave. Or I even fast forward or skip this part, just so you can see like how many steps down I made. Because at some point I'm just going to make stairs all the way up, and we'll never have to watch this boring jumping and jumping and jumping and jumping and jumping. You could probably fast forward this bit too. I don't know if it's just me or if everyone else feels the same way, but going up those stairs suck. Like, it's only a couple of meters up, but I'd rather travel the whole world rather than climb these stairs. I decided to take some time to admire the surroundings, because I've been digging a hole for God knows how long. Then I get really bored. So I look over the other side, and I notice almost straight away, there's a portal. Little did he know that his decision to go loot this portal right now would cause him trauma, such that he would never trust again, because later he would go and find a portal just for it to be the same one. But because he has the memory of a goldfish, he wouldn't know. I was actually looking for a cow cutting joke, and the first thing that came up was, "You will die and lie forgotten in an unmarked grave." Like, it didn't get to the point at all. To end day 2, I managed to get straight past my hill house from the portal back to the first village I was in, stealing this guy's bed. If you thought day 3 would be any better, I still managed to spend the whole time digging. Doing nothing, just digging. Spent the majority of day 3 just digging. By the end of it, finding diamond before I could even find iron. And I spent that whole fast forward recording time, which was obviously way faster than the amount of time I was actually digging, not remembering that I can't dig the diamond until I've got iron. So, from day 0 to day 4, I found no iron at all. I dug a hole, a massive hole, found diamond, which I can't dig, abandoned my first house, made a second house, which isn't actually a house, it's just a hole that I dug, in which at the bottom of I found more diamond that I still can't collect because I can't find any iron. Lecturing a dog or something? Like, what is it you're doing? I'm karate chopping the air, trying to explain what exactly I'm doing, because it's just so peculiar and out of the ordinary to just be talking to a TV. I don't know. It'll probably get easier if I just keep doing it. And now that I've actually done like some of the 8 times speed recording the breaking blocks, it doesn't sound terrible. Probably because I've listened to it 100 times. If you like the video, there'll be more. If you don't, sucks to be you, dickhead.